Left of the box. Shall we get into how absolutely horrible and dirtbaggy, scummy piece of crap Doug Ford is? He's just the worst. He's the worst. I don't know. I don't know if there's any metrics possible to determine, like, who is the worst premier, Doug Ford or Danielle Smith, because they're both horrible. Scott Moe, also horrible, because what people tend to forget is he actually killed someone. Yeah, in a car accident, he killed someone and never really faced any consequences for that. And yet you have a trucker who hit a bus full of kids, which was a tragic, tragic accident. And it was just an accident, and took full responsibility, going to prison. And he's going to get deported after he serves his sentence, even though he was a Canadian citizen. Immigrant, but Canadian citizen. He's now going to get then deported for it. And meanwhile, Scott Moe kills someone and gets no repercussions and becomes premier of a province. Like, even the family members of some of the people that died in that bus crash, the family members are saying this shouldn't happen, that he shouldn't be deported. And yet it's just, it's racism. And whenever you see comments about it, it's just, you see this polarization of, wow, there's a lot of racist people in this country. Speaking of, Doug Ford, he said this on camera. So he was talking about, actually, let's go to that first. This. Toronto police investigating Saturday's shooting. So Saturday's shooting drew strong condemnation from political and community leaders. A support rally was held outside of the school Monday. Toronto Police Guns and Gangs Task Force and Hate Crime Unit were investigating the shooting, not publicly identified any suspects, however. In a statement Thursday, Toronto Police said the investigation is ongoing. A Jewish school got shot up at like 4:30 in the morning on a Saturday. So Ontario Premier Doug Ford, we'll get into that. So a shooting at the Jewish Girls Elementary School in North York last week, despite police saying they have little information on suspects. The vast majority of people who end up responsible for things that horrible incidents like this are either people who belonged to that building, so like the church or the school or something of that sort, or white supremacist. Those are usually the people responsible for, the vandalism, shooting up, lighting on fire, places of worships and schools, generally speaking. So then you have Premier Doug Ford commenting on that.
Minister, we will throw every single resource of increased funding for the police, and we've also given thousands of dollars to places of worship if they feel threatened. But folks, let's cut to the chase here. What lunatic goes around shooting up schools? Like that is just unacceptable. Imagine that. Imagine a little kid in a school because they're from the Jewish faith. Someone goes by and starts shooting through the school window.
Again, 4:30 in the morning on a Saturday.
These guys need to be caught. They need to be punished. They need to be thrown in jail. And I'll tell you, we have zero tolerance for this anywhere in Ontario. And it doesn't matter what race, what creed, what religion you're from. I'd be saying the exact same thing if it was another community as well. But enough is enough.
It's like, really, do you have to say, the fact that he had to clarify that is like, I would care if this happened to anyone. You shouldn't have to say that. It's like, I'm upset. My community member who is of this race got hit by a car. But do you know what? I'd be upset if any community member, no matter their race, got hit by a car. Gotta clarify that, because you might not think I care for one group and, because of everything he tends to say in public. You might not think that. Like, to have to clarify, no, I would care. I would care if it was a Muslim school. Sure.
Enough. You're bringing your problems from everywhere else in the world. You're bringing it to Ontario, and you're going after other Canadians, as the Prime Minister said. Unacceptable. I got.
Sorry, what was that?
If it was another community as well. But enough is enough. You're bringing your problems from everywhere else in the world. You're bringing it to Ontario, and you're going after other Canadians, as the Prime Minister said. Unacceptable. I got an idea. Before you plan on moving to Canada, don't come to Canada if you're going to start terrorizing neighborhoods like this. Simple as that. You want to come to Canada. You want to be a resident of Ontario. You get along with everyone. I don't care what background, what religion, what race you come from. You know, the diversity is our number one selling tool around the world.
Okay. There's a lot to unpack there. So like I said, it's usually people who are part of the organization or white supremacists who do it. Almost always, they are citizens of the country that are not immigrants. To just assume with no information that the person who shot up the school is an immigrant, and that all these immigrants do is they come here from other places around the world and they bring their problems, and if that's you, you just stay out of this province. And it's not the first time he has said things like this. But one thing I find very interesting is a lot of the news clips that have clipped this. So I'm getting this right from the Premier of Ontario YouTube channel, but a lot of the news clips frame it here. They frame it just around here. You see a bit of like Justin Trudeau's shoulder, but you see it framed right about there. Why? I think it's because of this. Let's see, where is it?
As the Prime Minister said, unacceptable. I got an idea. Before you plan on moving to Canada, don't come to Canada if you're going to start terrorizing neighborhoods like this. Simple.
Justin, are you going to say anything about this? Justin, hi, Justin. You're standing right there. How are you keeping that face right now? Can you maybe say something about this racist asshole in front of you? Olivia Chow is just kind of looking at Justin Trudeau like, are you going to say something to this? But meanwhile, Justin Trudeau here is just so focused on like keeping this stoic face of like, oh my God, oh wow, okay, just focus. I need to disassociate right now. Just completely leave my body. I'm not here right now dealing with this asshole. Nope. What he's saying right now, really racist. I'm just gonna stand here and not do anything.
From everywhere else in the world, you're bringing it to Ontario, and you're going after other Canadians, as the Prime Minister said. Unacceptable. I got an idea. Before you plan on moving to Canada, don't come to Canada if you're going to start terrorizing neighborhoods like this. Simple as that. You want to come to Canada. You want to be a resident of Ontario. You get along with everyone. I don't care what background, what religion, what race you come from. You know, the diversity is our number one selling tool around the world. We have 110
So long as you're not an immigrant.
nationalities here in Ontario, 200 languages being spoken.
And then this is just him saying, I have black friends. Yep, Ontario has black friends. Nope. We can't be a racist bad province if we have people from different nationalities here. So I'm not racist because I'm acknowledging all of that. It's just those immigrants who come in and bring all those problems. They're the problem. They're the problem. But, you know, the Canadian citizens from those backgrounds, they're fine. They're fine. They're the good ones. They're the ones that have come in and assimilated to Canadian culture. Those are the good ones. But, yeah, everything else bad that happens in the province is because of immigrants who come over here with their own problems. Because it's not like a Canadian citizen born and raised would ever do anything hateful in this country. Except almost everything hateful in this country.
And guess what? 99% of the people get along. There's wars going all around the world, but we still get along. So all this other nonsense that we've been seeing over numbers and numbers of months, enough is enough. I'm just had it up to here. And guess what? People outside those communities, they've had it too. They aren't used to this happening here in Ontario. I'm done with this stuff.
Next question.
Actually,
You asked
I'm kind of curious if she responds.
about what concrete things we do. I was at the school on Monday morning. Through my round table on safety, what we've done is we brought the police and transportation and, of course, different communities and local councils together. And we are conducting safety walks, and we've done one as a pilot, and it works well, that help inform places of worships or schools and all places feel a bit insecure, to look at what they have in their surroundings. So whether it's
Come on, just say it. And that guy behind me, prick. Just say it. Just say it.
shattered proof glasses, fencing, lighting, or trimming of bushes, or cameras. We assist because we have the knowledge. We know what's the best practices, and both levels, seniors level of government, have funding to support it. So those are some of the concrete things we are doing.
Darn it. Should have just said, and that guy's an asshole. Like, I wish one of the politicians would then have the gall to actually be in the moment and say, excuse me? Like, to just call him out in the moment. Like, one of these, oh no, the decorum politicians to finally just reach their limit and call him out in real time while they're on stage and saying, that's some racist bullshit right there. I want that so much. Because the thing is that he didn't learn his lesson. He didn't look at this as him being racist. It's not like everyone calling him out for saying this racist thing. It's not like he thought, well, if all these people are saying that I'm doing racism, maybe I'm doing racism and I should do some self-reflection. Nope, that's not what he does.
Hey, I'm here for I'll support question with Olivia. A lot of the opposition at Queen's Park are asking you to apologize after yesterday's comments. Having a day to sleep on it, your response to that?
You know, something I stick with what I said. We're tired of lawlessness from anyone. It doesn't matter you're here, you're new, or whatever. It's very, very clear. My phone is blowing up from every community saying you're bang on. People are tired of getting their doors kicked in, guns put to their head. People.
That's not like, unless you're getting swatted by the police, that's not a huge issue in this country. It's again, these conservatives and right-wingers love to make crime out to be something it's not. I feel safe in this city. Like, I'd be more worried about a swatting incident than I would about some stranger coming into my place and pointing a gun to my head. There is crime, especially in Toronto, and it needs to be looked after, but we're not in a dystopic reality here.
Here in Brampton that are being extorted, which I've never seen before. Enough's enough. 99.9% of everyone gets along, and that's what I believe in. And there's no premier ever that's went on the news 10 million times. I want more people coming to be candidate. We need the people. I love every single community equally.
Those tribes you listed, those aren't all limited.
I love all my children equally, including this one we adopted from Africa. I love them all equally. Gotta make that clear. Gotta make that clear, because some people think I'm racist. Because you are. It's just, wow. But actually, does this one show? Just wanted to, yeah. So most of the news This was how they were framing that part of the talk. So as you can see Justin Trudeau here. You don't see Olivia Chow at all. So you don't get to see her reaction of like, what the fuck? So that is just another day of Doug Ford. Oh, yeah, you can see it here too. So this is from the article again. Olivia Chow's cut off on the side. So you don't get to see her charming reaction of him looking to him like, wow, that was racist in front of the cameras. Again, this isn't the first time he has said things about like this about immigrants in particular. Just how he's allowed to get away with this time and time again, and how he's allowed to get away with this.